just wanted to share with you all today about sewing on the inside circle. I know I've mentioned it before in my live sews, and I wanted to make for sure it was super clear, and if someone had a question, they could have a place to go and I could share a video with them instead of a live sew that would be easier to follow along with. Sewing on the inside circle is probably, I don't know if it's a technical term or not, but it's the way I learned how to sew. My sewing teacher ingrained it in my head, and so that's just the way that I do things now. Just always sew on the inside circle. It really, really, really comes in handy when you're making things like leggings and such that have teeny tiny cuffs. And this is a newborn size Isaac that I'm making for my baby on the way, and it's super tiny. I mean, it can fit in the palm of my hand. So it's super small, and there would be no way for me to get this around the arm of my sewing machine or my serger. And even if I could, still not the correct way to do it. The correct way to sew a circle is on the inside. So you have, when you have a garment or a piece like this that's a circle, you have, I'm going to try and show it to you the best I can. You have an outside circle and you have an inside circle. So this is the inside circle. So when we put it together with the leg of our pants, we're going to make for sure and sew on this inside circle. And it will all become clear as we go along. So just stay with me. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and grab our pants. And I always put, if there's a seam on a cuff, I always put it towards the inside. That way it just kind of all looks a little bit nicer. So I'm going to match those seams together. Then I had already marked my other side of my cuff, and I'm going to put that to the other outside seam. And these are super, super tiny. It is French terry I'm working with, and typically, I think I'm going to, typically I would say to really pin, because sometimes French terry can slip. But these are super tiny, so I'm not sure how well it will do, but I'm going to do it anyways, just in case. Okay, so the best way, so what we're going to do now, again, since we have a circle, we have an outside circle, and we have an inside circle, and we're going to sew on this inside circle, and I'll show you what that means. Okay, so when we look at our machine, we want to make for sure our inside circle is, our presser foot is on the inside circle. If, for instance, this is a super tiny cuff, right? If we try to sew it on the outside circle, it would go something along these lines. Try and move my hands out of the way so you can see better. Something along those lines, and it would just be really, really hard to get that around. But when we flip it over and we sew it on the inside circle, it's still not going to be easy because this is a tiny cuff, but it makes it to where we can sew, and as we sew, this will move around, and it will make it super easy to sew. I'll show you. Okay, so I'm going to take a couple of these clips off because it is super, super small. So here we go. So the best thing is to follow the edge. And as we go around, it stays right there, and we can go all the way around this edge. And there we have a cuff that didn't take us hardly any time at all, first of all, and it's on in the correct way and evenly, and I didn't have to fight trying to go around my curve.